Welcome to the Black Gentlemen's Club, where we have candid conversations about challenges that black men face and how to overcome them. This club right now is a place for us as men to congregate and share our thoughts, emotions, failures, and success. Right now, I want you to go ahead and subscribe, follow, share this podcast on all platforms, right? Share it with your friends, your cousins, your uncles, your brothers, whoever you want to share it with. Share it. Please pass it along, all right? Now, look, we're going to introduce right now today's guest, today's host. It's me, your boy Corderro. You got DJ Loki.
You're
You got your boy
Hmm.
Matt.
What's happening?
All right, look. For us to become the men that we striving to be, we must acknowledge and address our obstacles that are preventing us from achieving that desired state. So today's episode, we're gonna talk about why it's so hard for black men to ask for help. Why it's
Yo, yo,
so
yo,
hard
yo.
for black men to ask for help. It's very serious, y'all. All right.
Oh God, that's a major thing. So we all know men go through a lot, and no one talks about it. Men are human just like everybody else. For some reason, we as black men have a hard time finding help when we need it. This may be the blame on more than one part. See, so let's take example, man. We got Michael Beasley, NBA star, number 2 draft pick overall in 2008 NBA draft. So recently I watched a podcast about him, and on this podcast, it was the pivot podcast. Some of the guys from I Am Athlete, such as I don't even remember all their names, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, but they NFL players and stuff like that, like Jamison Crowder and stuff like that. I could be wrong on that name, but we're gonna get past that. Anyway, so so the biggest issue about this is that they invited Michael Beasley out to their podcast to speak about his life, and they really wanted to talk about hooping and stuff. But what they didn't expect is for life to hit this man so hard that he come on there and he draw real tears about how much life has deterred his actual goals and how he needed so much help, but nobody was ever there to help him. Like literally everybody in his life stole money from him. Everybody except for his kids. Let's just make that clear. His kids are the only ones. So from now on in his life, he doesn't even go out. He don't party. He go play basketball, and then he go back home to his kids. They told him that that's not a sustainable life for a man to live. And with that being said, I got a few questions about it. So if y'all ready, I don't know if y'all want to kind of talk about that, but I got a few questions on that.
Confused at how somebody steal money from you and you have access to your own account.
but did he really?
That's what I'm saying.
Let's be real.
Or was he just said, let's get this car, let's get this house, let's get these clothes? Like,
yes, it's different than somebody, because sometimes, as a man, you can overextend yourself and then act like somebody took something from you, when no, you just overextended yourself. I mean, I know who Michael is as far as a basketball player. I don't know him as an individual. I have not met him, don't know him from here to
Yeah.
there. But I mean, to say that nobody was there to help you when on your team you had Shaq was on your team for one point in time, Dwayne Wade was on your team for one point in time, and I swear I remember them talking about you going to get help, and you didn't want to go get help because sometimes the time frame. I don't think that he was willing to listen to that part.
That's
I
probably
think,
very true.
I think it's two sides to it, but I'll let you get to your question because I think you have a valid question that you're probably trying to ask.
Well, I do got questions, but you said some stuff that made me want to talk about. And really, because all of those people that you named, these are all celebrity NBA ball players. These are people that are on your team that were close to you that could actually go through some of the same things you went through in the league. But yeah, who's to say that they had a hand in helping him, or did they make it worse? Like, who's to say that it was their job to help you? I mean, it's a lot of questions about it. It's a lot of questions about it, and I think that your background has something to do with it.
Yeah.
So, and I say that because in his specific situation, I laughed at this, and I will not fucking lie to you. I felt bad as shit for laughing. This man told them on the Pivot podcast that life was so hard growing up, but he didn't even know what was hard growing up. He just knew that was life. So bad that they didn't have their own covers. You know how most people don't have their own bed. We share beds, but they ain't have their own covers. On top of that, they had to turn jackets or coats inside out, put their legs through the armholes to stay warm. Like, bro, I ain't never heard no shit like that. And I thought I was, I went through some poor days in my life, but I ain't never heard no shit like that.
I've done that shit.
So I got a question too then to stimulate that viewpoint. Do you help a millionaire if they ask for help more than you would help a poor person?
Most people wouldn't. In my opinion, most people be like, bro, you got the money. What you mean you need help? You don't need no help. You need to help the other people. We broke.
And I think that that's the general perspective to me. So it's like, are we really focusing on the purpose of help, or are we comparing what we have to what is just in the world? Like, you feel me? Like, we think that people that's got it should have more access to help or have more resources to get themselves out of them holes when they still are human. That's still asking for that general fundamental, I need help. So whether or not they're in a better position than you or not, I think we got to go back to that core value of what a person is really requesting.
I agree.
I think that might be one of the things for him where he might have gotten to a position. Most NBA players, most athletes come from a bad background where they actually didn't have help to be extended to them because of their circumstances. And then they get immediately shot to a realm where they're now financially over the general population. So now it's like you came from a place where nobody actually could help you or had the mindset to help you to now a place where the general population is like, you should be helping us because you so far above us. So I think that could be an issue to why he wasn't getting help either.
True. I hear what you're saying. I absolutely think that could be one of the issues. But the problem I think that it is that the word help is being generalized. It's not being specific. Because what specifically was he asking help for? You know what I'm saying? Like, when he said nobody helped them, what did you ask for help for? Who did you ask for help? The help from? Were you trying to seek wisdom and guidance and understanding? What were you trying to seek? Are you trying to? You want somebody to do it for you, and you did, and instead of how sometimes you can try to teach somebody to do something, but they don't want to learn it. They rather do it, so that way they can it's already done, but then they're gonna need you again, which then will make you dependent on you to do this over and over and over again. Like I think that's what he was trying.
Argument.
I think that's what he was probably doing. If he said that everybody stole money from him, did this and that, because how you ask for help and then all of a sudden lose all your money, and you say you asked for help. So what kind of help did you ask for? And, because Loki, like you said, would you rather have a rich man or a broke man? Me personally, I help both. I don't really care. It depends on what you're asking for. If it's something monetarily that I can give you, I can't help you as a rich man because there's nothing for me to give you. You have it. As the poor man, I can give you something monetarily, but if you're talking about something that can help you as far as learning wise and that can give you knowledge, that can teach you something, that's different. I can help both. But I don't think
I think you can help both either way.
For a father figure. You know what I'm saying? I don't think his help was looking for a father figure. I think he was looking for a problem solver instead of somebody to help him teach him how to solve the problem.
Okay. That's solid. Loki, you wanted to say something back to that?
No, I said for me, I just like to keep it to my day-to-day like lifestyle. And it's like even when I see a person that might be less fortunate on the side of the road, I try to speak to them off top like they're human, like talk to them like, yo, what's up? Why you out here? Can I help you in any other ways besides what your sign's saying? But at the end of the day, if like, yo, I just want the money, then that's all I need to be doing. Like, I want to provide you more resources. Can I help you? Like, would you like me to introduce you to another option? But in the end of the day, don't worry about what they're doing with it. Just provide the service that they're requesting if you can. And same for like, if a person is more financially stable than you, but they say, yo, let me borrow 100, let me borrow 1,000, and you got it to do. Don't worry about why. They might have all their money like frozen, and that's what they need to get through the week. And because your blessing sometimes going to come back from the backside of it. Like, you blessing somebody with more than you, they can probably bless back down greater than you can see. So a lot of things just go off of like, if it's on your heart and it's what you should be doing, then that's all you need to be worried about. and
Yeah, that's pretty powerful,
regardless of
actually.
the status.
Which is very true. But like I tell people all the time, like the beggar that's asking for help, or whoever's asking for help, the person, whoever it is, they got to be willing to accept the help that you give them.
100.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, because
Yeah.
like well, I was just in Nashville, right? And this
Mm-hmm.
dude, drug addict, he seen me the
Mm.
whole week. And then today, that day he found not today, but that day he found up. He wanted finally got the courage to ask me, say, hey, sir, um, I just need a couple of dollars, to catch me a bus ticket to head up to to Wendy's. I'm like, to Wendy's is in walking distance right here. What you mean you need a bus ticket? It's right there. I'm looking right at Wendy's. Like,
Yeah.
like how you need a bus ticket to go to Wendy's? It's right there. He was like, he said, I'm just trying to give you some food. I said, that's cool. You trying to get some food. If you want something, you want to, I'm in the restaurant. I'm glad to go eat at this one good restaurant. Like, you want to, you come in here and sit with me and eat. I'll pay for your food.
Mm-hmm.
You can come right in the
Okay.
restaurant. And I will pay for all your food right here. I said, you can
He
come
didn't
sit.
want that though.
He didn't want to sit down with me, have a meal, none of that. I was like, all
Mm-hmm.
right, well, here go $5. Do what you got to go do.
Mm-hmm.
But I was gonna give you more than $5 in a meal sitting right here
True. True.
and a
You know what?
conversation.
That's go ahead.
And I was gonna give him a
No,
conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like
mm-hmm.
just to
Probably
be
some.
just being nice because I wanted to. I wanted to really give him a better meal than what he was about to go have.
Right.
Yeah, y'all getting me like this is taking me to a different location, bro. Because I swear to God, in my mind, I had a different opinion already about what I was thinking what help was gonna like what this was gonna be about.
What you,
But just hearing y'all sides of it already, bro, it's like wow, it's really compelling arguments on both sides. So it's definitely a double-edged sword, but it's multi perspectives to help.
yeah.
And I guess generalizing it really don't help, but then sometimes it does. It just depends on who the person is and who needs the help and what they need. But that's just opinions based, right?
Hmm.
So, and what it made me think of though was with Beasley, and we still there for the moment, is that I think more about he didn't know he was ignorant to the fact of what he needed to do. And I'm not saying that nobody along the way helped guided him or didn't, or tried, but him coming from the background he came from was only streets because his family knew street. They didn't know much more of nothing. And I think this is a common denominator in our society is that most of us coming from these areas don't have the knowledge to handle what's next because we only see what we see until somebody else come in our life and show us something different.
Fact.
So when they brought basketball into his life, he saw, oh, this is something opposite of the street. I could do this. But then they brought money into his life with basketball and it was like, oh, wow, this is crazy. This is everything I needed. My family was poor. And now I got to provide for my family because we ain't never have shit. So it's like he took that and not knowing he took the brunt of all that weight from everybody and he made himself the sole backbone of his family without having the adequate knowledge or help, however you want to look at it, to keep the success or to make things better. Instead, he looked at it as if I tried and nobody helped me and I failed and nobody still helped me. Does this make sense?
No,
So
it makes a lot of sense.
I want to translate what you're saying in my. Cause I like
Okay.
listening to this stuff, then I kind of restructure it. But like for me, I feel like from driving a car, you run out of gas,
Mm-hmm.
you need help, you call your AAA up. It
Yeah.
was signals, it was many signals before you run out of gas that told you to get more gas. And I think with
True.
help, he ain't just need help out of the blue. A lot of times,
Mm-hmm.
some red flags, some signals was occurring in his life, but he either ignored it or, like you said, is ignorant to it in
Facts.
the beginning. And so I think that's
Facts.
where that team we have a team right here having a accountable team, accountability partner throughout your life should be a person that will identify those red flags for you, keep you on track before you run out of gas. Like we should, if we structure our people that we got around us, the help is every day. It's always there. It's never going to be that extreme help to what makes the tabloids. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
small
Yeah,
help
That's solid,
every
bro.
day.
no, I definitely feel that. So I'm gonna kind of break it down from Beasley's perspective. I'm gonna put it in
Okay.
his
Okay.
perspective. So might be coming from the inner city, coming from the hood, right? So when you typically in the hood, he's probably coming from a single parent home, probably multiple
Mm-hmm.
kids, maybe like 3 kids, right, in the home.
Mhm.
On average, 3-4 kids in the home. On average, they probably live in the
Mhm.
same room, except for the mom has her own room, possibly. So probably
Possibly, yeah.
Section 8. If you live in Section 8, so I know they're going to a horrible school, at least a
Mhm.
horrible public school, to the point to where they have no STEM, none of the other stuff. They have no different exposure outside of the town that they're already in. Probably
Right.
not even probably within the damn a 5-block radius, maybe
Mhm.
that if he's in a bigger city.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's growing up elementary school doing this. Now he gets into middle school where he's now able to play basketball for school.
Mhm.
While he's in elementary school, he's doing this for a direct team if he's doing it for them. Because back then AAU wasn't as big as it is now. AAU was still kind of like in this infant phase. So now he
Mhm.
goes to middle school playing basketball. He becomes the man in middle school. He's the man. He's hood famous. He goes to high
Yeah.
school. He's still hood
Still
famous.
broke though.
He's still broke, but he's hood famous though. He's hood famous.
Mhm.
He had 1 foot in the street, 1 foot out the streets, because
Mm-hmm.
dealing with a little of both. Don't get to it.
Mhm.
A little bit of both. So now he's in and out the street. He gets a full ride scholarship to what University of Kansas. He goes to Kansas
Yeah.
University Kansas State. I think it was Kansas State University. He went to Kansas State
Somewhere
University.
like that.
The
Mhm.
Wildcats or some shit. So he goes to Kansas State University. He gets a full ride scholarship. Plays 1 year. Bam, pop out. Go to NBA. Plays 1 year. Go to NBA. And his 1 year in college, he didn't even learn nothing. They babied him in college. He barely even was in
Mhm.
his classroom in college. Because most athletes barely touch their classroom if they're in the D1 school.
Mhm.
Like, they barely touch their classroom.
Yeah.
Now he's on the road traveling, not getting paid money, but he's probably getting endorsements from people, the backside from boosters and stuff like that, possibly. We never know.
Mhm.
But then even then, he got girls flocking to him. He hasn't learned anything. He's just getting all this attention for
Mhm.
his for
So you
his
still
skill
don't know.
for his skill set. Nobody's training him or teaching him how to handle certain things. Nobody's training him and
Mhm.
teaching him how to deal with women. Nobody's training and teaching him how to handle money.
Mhm.
Like how to handle himself emotionally, to be aware. Now you get to the NBA where you're not considered a grown man. You getting handed
Mhm.
all this money on the signing bonus. You was the number 2 pick. You had a high bonus.
Yeah.
And you got
Facts.
drafted by the Miami Heat. I know that. That's my team.
Hmm.
You got drafted by the Miami Heat. Bam, you right there, number 2 pick. Boom. You know what I'm saying? So now you're over at the
Yeah.
Heat playing and whatnot. And what happens? You're doing well. You're doing well. Then you start getting into drugs. You start hanging around with the wrong people because you have so much freedom. You have so much access now because you have
But he
money.
been hanging around with them same people since he was young.
Hanging around with those same people, but he also had other people that had other influences because now he has this
Mhm.
money. He feels he
Mhm.
feels he owed everybody that got him to where he's at. But
Mhm.
he got him to where he's at.
Mhm. I
He didn't.
respect that.
He should have owed himself. He didn't owe himself. So what he did was
Mm.
he was paying everybody else back what he thought he
See what
owed
you
them.
did.
He was paying everybody else what he thought he owed them, right? And then all of a sudden he started doing what?
Mhm.
Start losing money, start asking for help, no, everybody was
Mhm.
like, I don't have it to give you because I asked you
Yep.
for it. So how can I give you something that I asked you for?
Yep.
His
Talk to
teammates
him.
won't give it to him because his teammates don't trust him. They've seen his habits.
Mm.
They've seen your
Mm.
habits. They don't trust you.
But
So
see, a big part about him. Oh, go ahead. I don't want to interrupt you on that.
so now you get kicked off the team. Now you bounce from
Mhm.
team to team to team. You're no longer a starter. Now you're a B level player, probably C D level player, to the point to where now you bounced out the league.
Mhm.
Then what? Then you look like Delonte West. No, I'm just
He actually,
being
he
honest.
actually brought him up. He actually brought him up. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
But then you look like Delonte West, homeless on the side of the road. You know what I'm saying? It's not.
Mhm.
We're hurting our people by not teaching them and not holding them accountable
Mhm.
early on. Stop glorifying them when they're in elementary school, middle school, and high school because they can play a sport.
Yeah.
Hold us accountable
Yeah.
So helping them is holding them accountable.
from the beginning when they're kids. When it says in the Bible, train a child the way they should go, and they will never depart. Period.
Hmm.
So train them that way.
Okay. All right. So I got a question for y'all. Have y'all ever been in a situation that y'all felt like y'all needed help?
Oh yes, definitely.
All the time.
Marriage ain't
Okay.
All the
So
time.
yeah, fact. Hit him with that shit quick.
Marriage ain't easy at
Why
all.
is it that married people always go to marriage first? Damn, is it that bad?
It's a daily journey.
What marriage exposes, it kind of exposes our flaws as an individual because we didn't know what we didn't know because we didn't see it. We wasn't exposed to it. When we're not exposed to what a healthy marriage or what a 2-parent household look like, we don't know. We take only what our experiences from our area and our trauma into another relationship.
I feel that.
So we don't know. So yes, I needed help.
Okay. What about you, Loki?
Well, y'all should just check y'all messages. Y'all see I be asking for help all the time. You know,
That actually is my next question, though. Go ahead.
Life get to you, but yeah, I'll just say your marriage is one. Finances can get rough, you know.
Facts. Big facts.
What he says.
It's just social pressures, social status pressures, and all that.
Oh,
Age factor, you know. You have to get to certain places by certain times. So yeah, lots of help in different areas. But I think I might know the question you're gonna ask. I'm gonna wait for that question to come.
Okay. I mean, the next question is simply, all right, did you ask anybody for help when it came down to you needing help?
And here's what I'm gonna tell you about that. What I'm actually enjoying more than ever is I finally internalized. I like asking for help now. I used to do it off the muscle, and you know you can only get so far off your own strength, right? So now it's like asking for help. You become almost like the plug because you give another person value. You give another person an opportunity to shine their light into your life, and not only that, it's like the Erykah Badu song, "Bag Lady, put them bags down" and all that. It's like people is literally here to share the burden with you, but we just be like, "Yo, no, I got it." So it's like now. If it's somebody that can help me, and I'm in the gym, I need a spot. Why is it so easy for us to ask for a spot in the gym, but we can't ask for a spot in life?
You know why? Thank you for saying that. Because
I know, right?
saying that because it's the ego. It's the ego. Country Wayne said it best. Ego means edging God out, and that's what you do whenever you activate your ego.
Hold up. Let me get my phone up. Let me type that one in. Hold up. Let me type that one in.
Edging God out.
Country Wayne said it best. He said ego, his acronym for ego is edging God out. So that's what you're doing when you activate that ego, because a lot of times we're conditioned to do things on our own. We're so self-service, so selfish. We don't want to ask. We don't want to look weak. We don't want to look weak. It's all about our reputation, what we look like, what people think of us, how they view us. Fuck what everybody think of you.
Goddamn message. That's a message right there.
Fuck what everybody think of you. just telling you that because the reason why I'm saying that, because you have to love yourself. You have to understand that you're just as valuable as they are. You bring something to the table just as well as they do. The only difference is that yours might not be activated yet. It's only yours might not be activated yet. Like where theirs is readily available right now because they already activated within their purpose. You might not be within yours yet, but you about to be, and when you do, it's a wrap. But at that moment, you still can add value to somebody, regardless if you're not in your purpose or not. It's about your it's about your intent, about what's in your heart. If what's in your heart is already dark and messed up, you're always gonna look at for something. How can I do this to get something back from it? Yeah. Why you gotta get something back from it? You just can't do it just to do it.
Facts. That's real.
Do this shit just to help somebody, just because you want to. You can't ask for help just because you need it. Like for me, I'm very stubborn on asking for help. I was very stubborn, telling to the point to where I would go fucking broke, die before I asked you.
He said, "I'm gonna die first."
The last person. I'm telling you, I was never the one to ask for help. I was not. I had to get to the point to where I had to start asking, because I'm like, I can't do everything on my own.
Okay. So leads me to my next question then. My next question is this.
What about my question? No, it's fine. Go ahead.
Oh, you got a question? Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Do your thing.
No.
But let me tell y'all some asshole.
No. Oh, you want me to go for real? I got you.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, because it's right off of his. Do y'all have tiers of help? So, like, keeping it transparent. I got, y'all homies. The homies would be my first level of help. Like, yo, I need you. Send me 100. I need some money. Then it might go, I don't know. Somebody. I don't know if my mom's my last person on that. I do not want to reach back for some reason. Maybe just because I want her to know that I'm still good. Because moms is gonna worry about you. So it's like, for me, it's like I've exhausted every option. Now I'm reaching back home. So do y'all have like levels, tiers of people that in your circle that you ask for help?
Yeah, I do.
Absolutely.
No, absolutely.
You want to go first?
Y'all go first.
What's your structure look like?
So mine's my first level typically is, if it ain't my wife, it's my mom. So it's like, it's my wife first, then it's my mom. Then after them, then I reach out to like my homeboys, like ones I call my brothers. It was only but that many of y'all, only like about 6 of y'all.
Yeah, I know, right?
That many of y'all. So if y'all 6 can't hit it, then shit, something wrong.
Hey.
Get on stripper, loose booty stripper pole, boy.
Hey, after that, hey, I'm getting the shovel. I'm start digging.
Hey,
That's
only
I
fans
feel
link.
that.
Because I barely even ask my cousins for money. Like,
That's real though.
Don't get twisted. I know my cousins. My cousins are almost like my brothers and sisters. Like, they will send me something if I ask them. They have before, and I've sent it back to them. So like, I don't have no issue, but I don't want to take from them. You know what I'm saying? Because they really don't have as much as me or more than me right now. Not all of them.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
so that like that's one of the reasons why I don't even ask them, is because I'd rather be able to give it to them than me asking them for it. But
That's
it's
fucked up
times,
too, though. If you think about it.
it's sometimes where we flip flops where you're able to give to me, and then it's back and forth. But a lot of times it stops at my friend at my homeboys. After there, it stops. I don't ask my homegirls.
Yeah.
I never ask my homegirls for money. I have never asked homegirls for money, even though they're like my sisters. I never asked them for money.
I feel that.
I don't got none of them.
So for me, my first line is my wife, of course. It's my wife. Then after my wife is my mom, actually. But then after that is my little brother. And it's crazy because my little brother, I've never seen him as the breadwinner, but I always see the potential in him. Then it's my homeboys, it's y'all. Is if I really need it, if I come to y'all, it's when I ain't got no other option. Because as much as I love y'all, I know we out here doing the same shit too. But I also seen bad relationships good relationships be tarnished by stuff like that. And I never want to tarnish a good relationship by including something that does not need to be included unless it has to be.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I don't take any of it for granted. So me and my brother had a talk. We went to Vegas one time, and when I had my brother came to me for help. And I'm used to this because, of course, like Beasley, I finally got money, and now I'm the breadwinner. I'm trying to make sure everybody else is good.
Right.
But they ended up hitting you at some point, and life hits you back. And they see that, and they know that. But the realest people in your life, they already got they have you in mind. So if you need something, they're already prepared to say, yes, I got you. I know it might hurt me a little bit, but I got you, because that's just the connection. And to know that you have people like that, that's powerful. But the biggest factor that changes all of this for me, though, is that I've seen families be tarnished by this same thing. And even though that's my mom's, I got to treat it like it's somebody out there that's going to kill me for this bread. That's gonna kill me for whatever I'm asking for, so I can make sure I return it. And I know that probably ain't the way to look at it all the time, but if I borrow something, I got to give it back in full.
Keyword, borrow.
Borrow.
But see, now it's times where people ask me for money. It's saying, "Hey, can I borrow this?" I'm like, "No, you can have it." Like, because I don't want it back. So I'm not gonna ask for it back. If I asked you for it back, what good was it? You needed it for a reason. You didn't have them. You didn't have money, so I don't expect you to give me that back. I don't really.
More than likely, they stand in the same position in life because they already needed it. So by giving it back, they just
put themselves back in the same
purpose.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna ask for it back. So if I have it to give, I'm not asking for it back. That's just what it is. Period. I don't care what it is. I'm never asking for it. Now, if you ask me to borrow something, that's cool. But you're talking about money. Yeah, I'm not gonna. You can't borrow money. You can have this. You can have it and go,
That's
you
real shit though.
do. I'm not gonna stress over that shit. Like if I had it to give it to you, because I had it for a reason. Like,
Yeah. No, I'm with you though. But it definitely is tears to that, man. It definitely is. And
oh,
I
there's some
mean, I think we,
people love money. Some
huh?
people love it to the point to where they'll kill you for it. But I don't love money like that. It's not everything to me.
But see, let's take away from money, because help ain't always money.
It's not. That's
Help
what
might be a mental stability purpose. Like, I need somebody to fucking talk to, that's gonna hear me out, that's gonna listen to me, and is gonna really like give me the real shit. And sometimes a lot of us are scared to ask for that because people judge you. And like you said, fuck people. But at the same time, you don't want to talk about what you really feel in your heart, and then people shut you down or shit on what you feeling, and that detours you. So,
no, it
like,
does.
when you ever ask for help, how did you receive that? Did you receive it right, or did it discourage you after you received it, or like how did that change like you when you asked for help?
So I know for me, when I ask for help, I never forget this one moment when I asked somebody for help, something to do for me, and they just failed to do it. Right, but mind you, I've done it for them. I've shown up for them. I was on time, did whatever else the case may be. This is not my wife at all. This is just like way before her. It's like a friend that I just just hey, you need me, cool, I'm here. What's up? But then it's like when I ask, it's the issue. It's like it's always something else. You know what I'm saying? There's always
Yeah.
something going on. There's always an excuse. So I was like, that's one thing I tell my mom too. I said this: you can't expect you from other people.
Facts.
Right.
Message.
I don't expect
Hold
myself
up.
from other
Let me
people.
get my phone back out. Hold up. Hold up.
Just be honest. Like, you can't expect you from other people. You just can't do that. When you do that, you set yourself up for failure because that's an expectation now that you put out there saying that, well, I did it for you, you can do it for me. Well, you don't know that they don't like you like that. I'm saying that they might not really like you like that. They might not be rocking with you like you think they rock with you. And that show you once
That's real shit.
and once they show you that, you already know where you stand. So you should then start putting them in them tears. Or like
I think also you I think the help piece start with you too, because you don't just, like you were saying, you're not really just asking the world for help. You have a specific person in mind because you know that they typically can help you more likely than the average Joe in that specific area. So I think most of us already got a standard in our mind of what the help is and who can provide the service. So I think that
no, seriously.
to me, I
He's
think
not
it's already kind of predestined for
which
that
is why we
connection
get
to
some
happen.
results we get, which is why we get the results we get, because people are scared to step out of that boundary, that comfort zone, to ask somebody else for help who's not really providing the help that they should be getting versus what they want.
Right, a familiar
What if
hand
you
versus.
asking for some? Go ahead.
No, you got it. You got
So
it.
what if you asking for something that you don't even know you asking for? Like, the type of help that you're asking for is something that you don't even know the answer to. So you just don't even know the right questions to ask. So like, I got a problem. I'm going through some shit, but I know if I talk to this person, I know what I'm gonna get. If I talk to this person, I know what I'm gonna get. If I talk to this person, I know what I'm gonna get. But none of them have been through any of this. But I also don't know what they actually been through in their own life. But at the same time, I don't even know what it is that needs to be asked. But I know I'm hurting. I know I feel something. And there's somebody out there that can help me. How do I go about getting that type of help?
Meditation, prayer, realigning yourself, asking for higher guidance. Like, I think that's all goes off of when man uses his own will. We only go to what's familiar, because most people do not want to break new ground. Like, they don't want to go to unfamiliar places. So the only way you get the true direction is from the higher source, to me at least.
Ooh.
No, it's true, man.
Spiritual.
Yeah, I told you that a while ago, because for me, I made up my mind. I said, I'm tired of doing it my way. It didn't get me this far.
Yeah.
It didn't get me where I needed to be. Obviously, I'm fighting. It's my will against his. That's stupid.
Stupid.
It took me a long time to get out
You
being
say
stiff.
when he's doing it your way, is you going against him.
Yeah, it's
On God, it is though.
true.
That's
So
huge.
that's me being
Message. Say it again.
being stupid. So you know what I'm saying.
My
So
phone running out of battery, man. Hold up, man. Jesus.
I mean, like when I finally decided to say, hey, look, I've done it my way. Let me do it yours.
Mm-hmm.
You know, let me do it your way. Then things started
But
to
see,
happen a little bit better. You know, I started getting a different understanding because my mindset started to change. My whole
mm-hmm.
entire way I started to view things started to change. So from
Yeah.
when that started to change, then my actions and what came out of my mouth started to change. The things that I started to ask for became different. What I value became different. You know what I'm saying? So like
Mm-hmm.
you need the people really need to find God. Really, God is not
Oh
hiding.
God.
Technically, God is not even
Nope.
hiding. You're
He's
hiding.
everywhere. He's in everything.
You're hiding from Him. Just
But you
unveil.
can't hide.
Just reveal
You
yourself.
running.
Just reveal yourself and go get Him. Spend some time with Him, and just go from there. Just be quiet. If you spend time with Him, be quiet so He can talk to you. You can't talk to Him and then think He's gonna talk to you while you're talking to Him. Just
Mm-hmm.
doesn't work like that.
I got
Facts.
another piece about help too. So like a
Okay.
piece that's huge to me is a lot of us can find help, but what do you do once you get it? Do you fumble
Mm.
your blessing? Do you put yourself in the same position, have to go ask the same person for help again? Like, how do we make sure that once we receive the help, we maximize the services, the value we got?
I I think Jenkins Corderro just said it, bro. Like real talk is you gotta listen. And like when God's speaking, you gotta listen. When your friends and you actually ask people, whoever you ask for help, whoever it is that you talk to, and they give it to you, regardless if you take it or not, because you gotta have a spirit of discernment and understand what's really real and what's not. But you really do have to listen and receive what's being told to you, even when it's hard, when it don't
Mm-hmm.
sound right. You just gotta listen, because if you don't listen, you can never really understand anything. If
Right.
you talking, you over talking the message, and you
Comprehension.
can't get anywhere like that. You said what?
Comprehend too.
Come. Yes.
Listen, but then we also got to like really break it down and apply
Mm-hmm.
it. And I think that's a big part of help. Like, and that's so many people when they, but I want to hit the lottery. It's like, yeah, you can hit it, but it helped you momentarily. But do you even know
Yeah,
what
but
you're
you haven't
doing
seen
with it?
change.
Exactly. Do you even know
Come on.
what to do with the help you just got?
You don't even know how to spend the
So,
money. You don't know how to what warden the money. You don't know how to protect it. You don't know how to you don't know how to do anything right with the money other than what you've known before. And the same thing you've known before is going to get you in the same position you're in now.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to
ooh.
learn how to handle what you have before you receive more. I mean,
So
that's just my
you got
understanding.
me going a little bit now because I'm gonna go call out some of my weaknesses right now too. So it's like
Okay.
I think before needing help, we should already put ourselves in a place. I think I'm big on this survival preparedness stuff, right? So I think with the
Okay.
help piece, it's less likely you're gonna need help if you provide yourself with options that protects you, like shield you from needing it. So I think even with we should already have in place things and people. And so if you need to have a mental counselor, a therapist, one or
Mm.
two on your phone book, on your browser right now. Like today, you need to have your financials, like your trust, your wills, those type of documents in line. You need to have those hard
Mm-hmm.
conversations with your family, like so that way, even when you do need help, it's not like you shooting in the dark. Like you already got structure prepared for what will come. I
Yep.
know for me, that's something I'm actually working on is getting that structure down so that you're gonna need help eventually, but now you at least know immediately who to turn to that's gonna benefit you the greatest.
Yeah, I mean it's straight up guidance. That's what help is. Is guidance.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yep.
so I don't know. I just it's not a bad thing. People feel like it's a bad thing to ask. Like it's not bad to ask. Like
No, it's not.
just be who you are, but understand that who you are also may need to change.
Mm.
It's
Mm.
not it's not saying that that you can't still be you inside. It's just that some things have to change. Like there's certain things about me
Mm-hmm.
that it still hold true. Like I'll probably still
Mm.
punch somebody dead in their face off rip. Just I'm dead serious. Like
Yeah, I
sometimes
know.
I be
That's what's funny.
just want to rock and sock them, just dead up off rip. Just being honest,
That's
like
so
just being honest, like things like that. Even I might feel the urge to, I might want to because somebody pissed me off. Doesn't mean that I will.
mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I know how to control my actions. I know how to control my emotions to the point to where I'm not gonna hit you. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna hit you. I'm not gonna risk. I'm not gonna risk hitting you. And whatever the case, whatever it may be, just because I want to feel good at the moment because you disrespected me. That's cool. You
Yeah.
said a few words. Now go say some words over there by yourself. I'm gonna leave you be.
Mm-hmm.
You're not about to disturb my peace. You cool. Go ahead. Keep disrespecting me over there. I'm going this way. I'm not gonna be involved with that. So sometimes you gotta help yourself too out the situation, know when to change and stop trying to be a real nigga. Like it's okay to be
Mm.
a real man, not a real nigga. Like nobody cares about you being a real nigga.
That's facts. It's crazy, bro. Like, and I don't want to take this to a fatherly situation, but I feel like it starts with us because now that we've been through so much, bro, and I know all of you can attest to this one. Being in the military, bro, everywhere I went, I had new people asking me for different types of help. Hey, bitch, sorry, what this is? What you mean? How I do this? Like, help me out with
Mm-hmm.
this. Like, man, me and my old lady going through this. I'm thinking of this decision. They asking all of these situations, bro, and all of this just give me a like, wow, bro. You know what? I got you though. Instead of judging them,
Hmm.
instead of talking about them, instead of trying to put them down for what mistakes they might have made, I realized that that's a sense of vulnerability that they came
Oh
and
yeah.
gave a real nigga a
Yeah.
real chance to be real with them and help them make a better move in life. Because I did
Yeah.
it. I asked the same things to my past generations. Man, my homeboy I lost, Daryl Kelly, love him to death, man. That man gave me so much game, bro. And just the fact that he was real with me and kept it 100. Yo, this man will forever be like the first father I ever claimed. The
Mm.
only father I will ever claim besides my real dad. Bro, that's powerful, but it needs to start with us in the upper level generation to tell these young kids, tell our sons, like, this is the real. I'm gonna be real with you. You can talk to me and I will give you the game, but I ain't gonna sugarcoat it for you either. I'm gonna let you know what it is because that's the only way you're gonna truly make change in your life. You gotta accept that shit because sometimes it ain't easy to take either. But that's where it starts at. And I think this podcast is perfect for this. It's perfect for it.
Yeah. And I think also the ways we ask for help is also important. To just start learning different ways to ask, like, can you help versus would you like to?
Mm.
Would you like to be on this journey with me? Would you like to,
Mm-hmm.
versus can you? Because sometimes just the simple verbiage will restructure another person's how they receive what you need. And it's
Facts.
almost like a
That's
reward
true.
for them to go through it with you instead of
Mm.
a burden.
Yeah,
That's
So yeah.
real.
man, I do
That's
agree with
absolutely
you.
real.
I definitely agree with what you said. You and Loki, but kind of
Yeah.
touch back on that whole thing as a man or as a father. Like you said, you do got to reach back. With even within our own community, man. Like, I can't remember where I was at. I think I was at a fair or something like that, not like a couple of months ago or something. But
Mm-hmm.
I remember these kids was acting a fool. Like it was these two black kids acting a fool, and it was at some kind of jumping place. I can't remember what it was at, but they was like this one. It's two black kids, and it was this Hispanic kid, and it was this white kid. And I remember I had my son with me. We was getting ready to go on to this little jumping thing that they have in the can't remember the name of the place, but what the black kid literally pushed the white boy down and called him an N word, and I was like, "Yo, chill,
Mm.
son." And mind you, the parents, he was with his mom. He was right there, and I said, hey, you don't talk like that, bro. I said, chill.
Mm-hmm.
I said, help that
Yep.
man up. Don't talk like that. That's rude.
Yeah.
It's boy like about 8 years old. I was like, what are you doing? I, s-
Mm-hmm.
I told my
But
son,
that's what they used to seeing.
I told my son, I said, don't you ever do that. I said, I said, we don't do that. I said, that's the standard. We don't do that. I said,
Yeah.
you see, I said, because you know what? Because the standard we keep is the standard we set. So
Mm-hmm. Oh.
I was like, we don't do that. We're just not doing that shit. Like, I'm not gonna have you out here pushing and fighting people just because you think you can.
Mm-hmm.
What you doing? You wasn't attacked. The boy wasn't even attacked.
That's
Just
Right.
crazy.
he was just waiting in line. Just pushed him out the way because he wanted to go. He wanted to go ahead of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy was in front of him, and he wanted to get onto the little thing that puts you in the air, and he can like I can't remember what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
But he got mad and pushed the little boy. I was like, The little boy had to be maybe about
Nah,
4 years. The little white boy had to be like maybe 4 years old. Like, what are you doing?
that's crazy, man. You know
You know.
what?
And that child, the child's father was not even there. It was just him and the mom. And the mom ain't do shit. She just looked at him.
Mm.
I said, man, you just gonna look at your son? I said, look, I said, hey, little man, don't do that. Don't do that
Hmm.
again.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're not gonna
And that's
correct
a
him. I don't care if you ain't gonna
that's a
correct
whole nother thing, man. That mom probably sitting there tired because she always trying to set the standard, but realize she don't get no break because she probably doing it by herself. I ain't making no excuses for nobody because there ain't no excuse because you still got to set that standard regardless. But you know what? I was at weight training with some of the boys at the team or the basketball team I coach, right? And this is the first time these teenagers, 17 and 18, decided to actually talk to me about what was real in their life. And when it hit me like, oh, they really talking to me. So I started talking. I'm for real, man. Because on mind you now, these kids are white and they're not black teenagers, right? So of course I would love to be talking to my young black men as well, but in this moment, this is where God put me at. And as I'm talking to these young men, bro, they telling me all this stuff, and I'm like, look, let me just keep it real with you 100. And I say, hey, let me start talking because sometimes I talk too much. They was like,
Mm-hmm.
no, don't do that. Don't do that. Because you telling us real stuff and they receiving it. And I was like, you know what? That made me feel so good, bro. Because I was like, I told my mom, this makes a change because you never know. These three young men might go and change something in the future that black men could never get a part of.
Right.
And they might actually make a difference for other young black men because they got it from a black man.
Mm-hmm.
Now, mind you, it ain't all about race, but in my mind, it was more powerful than I realized because they really wanted it. And it's so many people out there that really want that type of help, that really need that type of help. And there's nobody out there that's really like opening up and giving it to them because they're either too busy with their life or they judge or whatever the case may be. It is a ton of reasons.
Right.
But to be able to take this moment and run with it, man, it felt great. It felt like God was calling me to do something. It just was powerful. So I wanted to pass that along. But with that being said, man, I think we should hit this community call.
Man, you know it. We gotta give the community something to look forward to doing this week. So this week, community call to action for you, our listeners. We would like you to check on your brothers, at least one brother a day. All right, that's your first one. We want to reach out to at least one brother a day. Next, we want you to call a friend, just talk to him. You know, nothing, nothing heavy. Just talk to him. If it's a name that you ain't reached out to in a couple weeks, a couple months, reach out to that person. All
Facts.
right. A third one, we want to extend your hand even if they don't ask. So if you're walking through the city and you see somebody, don't question it. Just say, "May I help you? Can I open that door? Can I pick up that bag? Help somebody." All right. That's your third. And your fourth one. Okay, so this is a total of four. Um, Reach out to all the people, all your brothers, and let them know that you're there without any conditions. So, like Corderro said, give that money. Don't ask for it back. Just let them know that you can offer your services, your help, and that's just what it is, off the strength. All
Big
right. So
facts.
that's what we want you to do for this week. Make sure you posting if you was able to knock it out this week. If you was able to, change some lives.
Say less. I think we want to add one more thing for the people too, man. And I'm not really a book reader, bro. I'm not really a book reader. But I do love motivation. I do love people trying to help others. And I do love people trying to help themselves as well because that empowers others. So one of the books that I was told that was a great read that you might want to read is You Owe You by Eric Thomas. Hey, if you get the chance, man, just go check it out. You owe you because you do. All right.
How's that spelled? That sounds like a
Y
double
O U
entendre.
O W E Y O U.
Ah,
You owe you. Like you owe you some money. You know how you said somebody owe you $5, bro? Give him my money. But that's by Eric Thomas. Great motivational speaker. It's a lot you can go behind that and check out too. Then another book is Winning the War in Your Mind by Craig Groeschel. Winning the War in Your Mind. Yo, honestly, I ain't read this book, but bro, that title is really powerful because I feel like everybody, that's your first battle, is in the mind, regardless of anybody outside of you. That is your first battle, and that's probably your biggest one. So that's probably going to be a great read. So definitely go check that book out by Craig Groeschel. All right. But anything else, gentlemen, y'all want to say to the people?
Yeah, I want you to subscribe. I want you to follow, like, share this with everybody. Please do this. This is not for us. This is for everybody else. This is us trying to help other men like us become better men.
Better man. Absolutely.
You had Loki.
Yes,
You
sir.
had something for us?
Man, I always got something.
Oh, I don't know.
I'll just say for the listeners, push through. When you're tired, don't stay in that valley. Don't stay in that dark place. Push through to the peak. So, call on your brothers for help. Call on your people, your circle for help. Because there's always somebody that's there to help get you through it. All right. So push
Big
through.
facts. Big facts. All right. Gentlemen, I encourage you to help that. Oh, my bad. I did it again. All right, gentlemen, I encourage you to be the help that you need need for your brothers. All right. So just think about that. If you want the help that you need, be that for somebody else. All right. Don't ask anybody to do something that you're not willing to do yourself. And don't be too afraid or prideful to ask for help. We are strong individually, but we are stronger together. Remember that. So tune in again for the next episode. We'll see y'all later. We out.